talk any longer. Pastor Thomas, Clarence Thomas, Atlanta, Georgia.
All right, thank you, Dr. Nett. How's everybody doing tonight?
Great, great.
Fantastic. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Dunn and the Movement 46 for allowing us to come out with Dr. Lynette and Team Wildfire, Team Primetime of Tuskegee. It's very awesome to be here. So look, we're going to just go ahead and dive right in. Now, a lot of people say, how in the world did you as a man come to start talking about sanitary napkins? You know, fair question, right? Because for a lot of men, it's taboo. I have very close friends, and they're like, I don't even want to talk about it with you. I'm like, okay, I didn't realize it was that serious. But, you know, one of the things that I realized, Dr. Dunn, is when you know better, you got a chance to do better. And when you know better, you have a responsibility to make sure that other people have understanding so that they can know better and have a better choice. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So look, we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. What I'm putting out for you now is a sanitary napkin. Now, as many of you ladies probably can tell visually, that's pretty slim, seems tiny, right? Ladies in the back, seems slim, seems tiny. One thing I want you to understand is, number one, this is very sealed, front to back, side to side, completely sealed. And because it's so thin and small, it's very discreet in your purse. Are you with me? So let me go ahead and open this up. So this is what I'm going to reveal. This is our moderate flow Jewel, Jewel, Jewel premium sanitary napkin. Now, as you can see, it is built in a very premium way. It's got wings. It's a nice length. It's a nice width. You're going to understand more about this pad shortly. It's also got leak guard protection on both sides. So the thing that I love about it is the founder of our company, he's a father. He's a husband. So he wanted to make sure that whatever it was we got involved in, that it was something that was a great fit for the women that he loved and cared about. Are you with me? Now, we're going to go ahead and break out some water. While I do this, can I get maybe 2 volunteers? We do what we call as a touch test. Ladies, preferably, because I want you to touch this to see how soft this is. So can I get 2 young ladies? Or that's one. Can we get one more? Thank you, thank you. Let's give them a big hand clap. So you do me a favor. I want you to rub your hand across this and let me know if that feels rough or if it feels soft and smooth. It's soft? Tell the people.
It's soft, everybody.
Thank you very much. Give me another hand clap. See, that's the first thing we realize is a lot of women who use store brand sanitary napkins have given us their stories of complaining that they're usually rough to the touch, which means they become an irritation. I mean, you can imagine rubbing sandpaper across your hand, right? That would irritate. So we got something that's soft that's going to actually help to eliminate that. Now, I'm pouring in 50 milliliters of water. Dr. Dunn, can you confirm that bottom line is 50 milliliters?
I confirm.
All right. Everybody trust Dr. Dunn, amen? The reason we say 50 is the gynecologists consulting our company all unanimously said that most women have on the average of a feminine flow at the height of their cycle, anywhere from 15 milliliters to 50 milliliters. We know some are more and some are less. What I'm going to do, we're in the second part of our demonstration. This is what we call the wet-dry test. And I'm just going to pour this in this pad. And I want you to know this is literally the favorite part of this demonstration that we're doing. I'll tell you why. See, my daughter, when she first was exposed to a sanitary napkin like this, she was 15 years old. She told me, Dad, I'm so glad you changed from what you used to buy me to what you buy me now. Now, I'm your typical single dad, didn't know nothing about pads. I might go to Publix, Kroger, Piggly Wiggly, Dollar Store, Walmart. A pad was a pad was a pad. I didn't know any better. But when I found out about this one, this is what her complaint was. She said, what you used to buy me, I felt like I had pee on me the whole time I wore them. And I'm sitting back like, okay, let me process this. My daughter's in school, she's trying to do her work. Every time she coughs, laugh out loud, because she's a jokester just like me, stand up fast. She was a cheerleader, so she's jumping around. She's got a flow. It's flowing out. It's touching her skin, and it's wet the whole time. Then when she sits down, her sensitive area is pressing into that. At that point, I was thoroughly disgusted. But I gained an appreciation for what my daughter and other women deal with when you have your cycle using those store brand products. Are you with me?
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and step into the wet dry test. I need one more volunteer. Any person, just one person. Anybody? Come on, let's give this young lady a big hand clap. Come right up front. This is our prayer warrior, amen. So we just have a regular red napkin. I'm going to lay it across the top of this pad. I want you to press into the middle of it. Okay, you can put some force on it. Okay. Okay. You did. Okay. Is that dry? Or is that dry? Can we get a hand clap for keeping it dry? Listen, I understand how shocking it can be. But that's the thing that my daughter really enjoyed. She enjoyed the fact that now she's dry. Think about it. If you've got a baby, when the baby's wet, are they not crying, hollering, take this diaper off of me? But when we change that diaper, we turn the frown upside down. So that's what happens for our women. A lot of women are like, oh my God, I'm dry like never before. I never knew it was possible. How many women knew that it was possible to be dry and comfortable on your cycle using a pad? Anybody? Most women didn't know. Exactly. So let's go ahead and dive into our pad, because we're almost done. And then we're just going to answer questions. Now, this first layer, the reason it's so soft, so smooth, and does not irritate is because we bring women back to what women used to do, Dr. Dunn, before they had pads, before some smart person came up with tampons. We're bringing you back to cotton fibers, very soft. This next layer is something I'm going to share with you very shortly. I'm just going to put that to the side. Now, this layer here, this is the absorbency system. This is a plant-based polymer, and all it does, when your flow hits it, it expands into a gel. Not too different than the material that you find in certain baby diapers. Are you with me? Yeah. So imagine this. Your flow hits your pad. This absorbency system sucks it in and locks it away so that you are dry. Does that sound like something worth using?
Of course.
Absolutely. It just makes sense. So I'm going to take this absorbency system that already has 50 milliliters of water in it. I got a cup that's about 2/3 full. I'm going to put this in the cup, and so you guys don't cheat, I'm going to cover it up with my little napkin here. I know people are going to be looking at my cup. And we're going to finish up. So let me hold this up, stick that in, let that do what it does. Now, the back of this pad, Dr. Dunn, you see those strips there? The reason those strips are there, ladies and gentlemen, is because this pad is breathable. See, we learned as a company that the typical pads you get off the shelf don't breathe. Number one, the top layer is made out of some type of synthetic material. What's supposed to be the absorbency core? How many people have seen like 10-hour system, 10-hour pads? Show of hands. Anybody seen like pads say 10 hours? They don't last 10 hours. 10 hours being wet if you want to last that long. Because what we found is most women just change when the wetness becomes unbearable. Is that true, ladies? So the backside of the pad, you didn't know, isn't breathable. It's plastic. So you got plastic on the outside. Then the layer that does not absorb, that actually has you wet, that's made from recycled newspaper, wood pulp. They call it wood cellulose. It's literally made from landfill material. It's got chemicals in it that are toxic. And I'm going to leave that right there. I want to encourage you to do your own independent research about store brand pads. Are you with me? All right. But this breathable is getting added to your sensitive area. So a lot of women that use our pads have the testimony of no more odors. Because think about it. Your woman's temperature goes up, when she has a cycle up to as much as 105 degrees, and you got some blood there, and you got plastic on the back, no air getting in, no air getting out. That creates a cesspool for bacteria growth. So no wonder why our girls and our women have odors. No wonder why they're finding themselves having to go get something like a Defluca prescription to kill a yeast infection. And Dr. Dunn, tell me this. Women and girls just want to catch the flow and throw it away. Am I right or right? So if we can do away with all that other stuff, would that be something that would be nice? That's what we're talking about, and that's why we're letting you know that Jewel is a brand that's helping a lot of women to experience that. So, how long would you ladies say this absorbance system has been in this cup? If that, minute and a half, 2 minutes. Is any water coming out? Okay, let me do you something even better. This is how we change, if it'll come out, oh my God. This is how we change a liquid to a solid. You see that? It's literally taking the shape of the cup. Can we get a hand clap for holding your flow? Now, something I want to ask, would you just touch the top of this and let me know if it feels warm or a little cool?
It's like cool.
It's like cool.
It's like Alabama.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. So the gel not only catches your flow, but it also has a cooling effect. Ladies, it's like having AC in your pants. I'll tell you this product phenomenon. Now, this strip right here, this is a Nobel Prize winning technology that's in this strip. It's called graphene. And without getting too deep, I just wanted you to know the technology of graphene is so huge. They've got books on the shelves about it. There are so many technological breakthroughs that are happening right now. There are scientists somewhere in the world that have lab rats where they have severed their spinal cords. They've lined their spinal cords with graphene, and not only are the bones growing back, but the nerves are growing back. And so they're going from being paralyzed to walking.
Oh, wow.
Samsung just recently announced they're about to release the first phone with a graphene battery. It's supposed to charge quicker and hold more power. A lot of uses with graphene. For us, graphene is helping our women because it's got something unique to it, and it's called vibrational energy. So, this light bulb here is a very special light bulb. Anything that has energy, it's an energy source. When you touch it to it, it typically is going to light up. Now, I can touch this here on this table. This table has no power. When I touch it here, let me pick it up. It lights up. Vibrational energy. Now, some people are like, okay, well, what's the significance of vibrational energy? I'm so glad you ladies asked that. I have a best friend, his mom. She's in her late 60s, early 70s. She doesn't even have a cycle anymore. But guess what she said? She started using our panty liners, which have the graphene strip in it. She said before using them, she typically would fatigue early in the day and just feel tired. She said now that she's using them, she's energized most of the day. And she don't even have Listen, we don't make medical claims, ladies and gentlemen, we don't make medical claims, but we do report the testimonies of the girls and the ladies using our pads. For example, we've got women that have said, using our pads, their number of days of their cycle has decreased from 7 days to 5, from 5 days to 3. We've got girls and women that are saying the heaviness of their flow has decreased. Women dealing with bloating and saying they don't have bloating anymore. Women dealing with inflammation saying they don't have inflammation anymore. Women dealing with cramps. Some women are in the bed 2-3 days. They're out of the bed. Why is that? Because they're reporting they have little to no cramps. All from our pad and the technology in it, and their body is responding to our product. So, with all of that being said, We've got 4 styles of pads, ladies. The Jewel brand sanitary napkin starts with a panty liner, comes sturdy in a pack. It then goes to the absorbency versions of the pad, where we've got a moderate flow, you might call it a day pad. That's the one we demonstrated with, 10 in a pack. The heavy flow, the next size up, longer, wider, bigger wings. The heavy flow is 8 in a pack. And the super heavy flow, even longer, even wider, probably the biggest pad you ever seen, but not too big, 7 in a pack. Now you might ask, well, why so few pads? And if I ask you that question, why so few pads? Thank you. You don't need them. Did you see the absorbency there? See, most women that use our pads only use up to 2 a day. Whereas when you buy store brand pads, they stay wet, so you need like 20 to 30 in a pack to get through your cycle, right? So again, just as a review, the Jewel brand premium sanitary napkins is helping women to experience a better, drier, more comfortable cycle with varied experiences that we're getting, such as little to no cramps, no more odors, forgetting they have them on because they're so soft, and for many women, it's a revolutionary experience. So we want to welcome you all to the revolution.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So at this point, we're done. Are there any questions? Because typically we just do a Q&A. Yes, ma'am.
Have you thought of any applications for men, that they can get from this?
Absolutely. We actually, great question. She asked if we thought of any applications for men. See, one of the things we also realize is a lot of our men, our baby boomers, much like our women, deal with incontinence issues. You know, they don't talk about it a lot. I mean, it's embarrassing. Let's just be real about it. However, a lot of men are finding a solution with our product because it absorbs so well, it holds liquid so well that it's become a very viable product. Again, with the store brands that are being used for incontinence, unfortunately, a lot of those are much like the pads that women use for their cycle. A lot of times, you know, it goes all over the place, and there's an odor after a while. It's hard to manage. It's a lot of maintenance. But they're finding in using our pad, it's a very simple application. It holds that flow, and then when it's time to change it, they just change to the next one. So very discreet, and it's working very well. Yes, ma'am.
Would you say that your pads also have an environmental benefit because of their somewhat biodegradability?
Absolutely, absolutely. Our pads are made from all natural material. So yeah, you won't find our pads looking the way they looked on day one in somebody's landfill 10 years from now. Absolutely. And that's one of the things that, again, as a company, we wanted to make sure that we got the best product for you ladies. So you gotta understand, this jewel, it's a whole little psychology to that. We call our women jewels. Our motto is protecting our most precious jewel in the world, you. Because we understand that the industry giants, they're concerned about the bottom line. They're concerned about making money. They're not trying to change their product for us or anybody else. However, Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkins as a company, we want to come out of the gate, give you something that was thought of with caring for you in mind first, and making sure the product could deliver that care. Does that make sense? Anybody else?
Price.
Price. These pads are only $6 a pack. I mean, you think about it, it's like driving a Bentley and paying a Volkswagen price for it. It really is.